Good afternoon, everybody, and good morning to anyone not on the East Coast here. My name is Jamie Toomas. I'm a Director of Distributor Services here with ASI, and I am very, very excited to be here to speak with all of you today because I love to talk about the product that I'm going to show you here. We call it ESP websites, and it's very new for us here at ASI. And in my 3 years here at ASI, this is easily the most exciting product that we've launched since I started here at ASI. And it's also, it's really going to transform the way ASI distributors do business online. And the real focus here today is going to be the e-commerce aspect of the website itself. But we're going to really look at the site itself in a minute here, and a lot of the features that it has, a lot of the things that you can do with the site. A lot of you might be familiar with Logomall, which is the website that we've had for several years here at ASI. A lot of you probably have a Logomall site right now. This is replacing Logomall, and it's so completely different, and I think advanced in every single way you can guess, that we've rebranded it to ESP websites, and so that's what the focus is here today. But before I dive into the demo here, I did want to certainly thank everybody here for joining us. We're probably going to spend about 40 minutes or so on the call here today. I'm going to go through a lot of the website demo. We also have joining us today someone from Promo Payment. Promo Payment is ASI's exclusive affiliate for credit card processing, offering members the best possible rates. We selected Promo Payment as a technology partner for ESP websites based on their vast experience, great service, and simple e-commerce solutions. And Doug Schoenberg, the CEO of Promo Payment, will be joining us a little bit later in the call to really present the benefits of accepting credit cards and how to get started. And so just a few housekeeping notes. Everybody here is going to be on mute during the call. We've got a lot of people on the call here, as you can probably see, but you are welcome to participate. If you have any questions along the way, please jot them down. We're going to do a little bit of Q&A at the end of the session. I'll answer a few questions, but keep in mind also, you can always contact your account manager here at ASI when you have questions. And in fact, most of your account managers will probably be following up with you pretty soon after the call here today to see if you have any questions. And we're also going to give you a website address towards the end of the call where you can go to get more information. So without further ado, let's dive into our presentation here. And I'm going to switch over to one of our sites. And so you can see this is an example site. This is what we've built. It's basically a kind of a fictional company here. We built a site for Blue Bolt Promotions, and we're going to take a quick look at this. But I think you'll notice a few things right off the bat. A lot of what you see here is very typical features that you can get on your website when you build an ESP website. And as we take a look at the site here, you're going to see a few things I think really jump off the screen here at you. Firstly, you have this ad banner up here at the top, and I think this is pretty great for a few reasons. One is that it really gets your customers' attention. Two, you can build your own banners and really promote just about anything that you want to right here on the screen, or you can use ASI-created banners, and you're going to see some of them right here. I think we've done a nice job of creating some things that are going to get your customers' attention and hopefully motivate them to make a purchase. And that's, I think, a common theme here. When you look at a lot of these features, a lot of the things here that you're going to see are hopefully going to motivate your customers to make a purchase, but also to keep coming back to your website as well. If I scroll down the screen a little bit more here, you're going to see a place where your customer can do a product search, and we're going to go and do a quick search for a product later on in the presentation. Over here on the left, you see some featured products, and we're calling this the featured product set. This is a place where you can really show off any product that you really want to focus on. Let's say there's 20 products that you love to sell day in and day out, for example. You can actually post them here on your website. There's no limit to how many you can post here, but in this case, you can post them right on your homepage here. And regardless of how many you have, you can create it so that it's going to show a fresh batch of 9 products out of that featured product set whenever your customers come in. Or if you want, you can lean on us. You can choose from about 50 different featured product sets. Maybe you want to show off summer products for a month and then perhaps back-to-school products after that, holiday-themed, environmentally friendly. There's a lot of different categories. That's totally up to you. We give you a lot of nice options there to show off some product for your customers. The product of the day feature, you're going to notice this here as well. This is also great. This is a way that your customers will see a fresh product here every day. There's another thing that you can control if you want to. You can create it so that maybe for the next 2 weeks you want to show off a unique product every day, or you can leave it up to us, and we'll post a brand new product in there every day. It does a couple things. Of course, it gives your customers some good ideas for building seeing some products there, but also it keeps your page looking fresh, and there's a few different ways to do that. And that also actually will help your website show up higher in a search result as well. So that's a good thing. And you'll see this in a few places as well. Some links to some of the big social websites out there, like Facebook and Twitter and LinkedIn. This is enabling you to, your customers, I should say, to be able to share any of this product information out on their social sites. The featured video set is down here as well. This is great. Also, you can literally, within about 60 seconds, grab any video off of YouTube that you want to, or you can grab any of the hundreds of ASI-created videos that we've done to post here to get your customers more excited about promotional products. This is one of the areas down here below where you can post any information that you want to as well about your company. If you have a blog, you can post that here. If you want to grab some industry news from ASI, very easy to post that in there. Also some other features. If you have a storefront and you want people to find you a little bit easier, you can post the Google Maps feature, an interactive little feature right there. That's easy to do. Newsletter option is here as well. There's an ASI newsletter that you can grab and send out to your customers once a month. But this, of course, is a nice way to generate some email addresses. And as we look at all this content, I want you to really be aware that it's incredibly easy to create this site and also update it whenever you want to. That you literally, within 5 or 10 minutes, when we activate your ESP website, you can drop in here. You're basically going through a process of one screen or up to 3 screens where you're turning features on or turning them off, but you're creating a very robust, functional website literally within about 10 or 15 minutes that you'll be proud to send your customers to. And, of course, you can update that along the way whenever you want to. But let's do a product search here. Let's pretend I'm a customer here coming in to the Blue Bolt website, and this will give you a good example, a good idea of what how the website works here. So in this case, I'm going to go up to our search window here. I'm going to put in travel mug, and we're going to do a travel mug search. And keep in mind, the ESP website, as its predecessor did before it, comes with a built-in database of 350,000 products. That's something that we maintain every day. Comes right out of ASI's main product database. So that's already built in here. We keep that. We maintain that every single day to make sure all the product and images are fresh. But as I open up the screen here, you can see that it's a nice, clean, simple interface. For those of you out there who use ESP Web, it looks a lot like that ESP Web interface. You notice here on the left some categories. This is really helping your customers not only find product a lot easier, but hopefully it's going to give them some good ideas as they come into your site. And again, another reason that hopefully they'll keep coming back to your site when they know they can come in here to get some nice, fresh product ideas whenever they want to. I'm going to start by clicking this travel mug category. And you notice here also that next to each of these categories, it shows you exactly how many items are in each category. So I think it becomes pretty educational every time your customers come in here to do a search. But there's other ways to really narrow their search down. And in this case, I want to create a virtual sample, which I think is also very exciting. A virtual sample means that your customers can actually come into your website, drop their logo onto items while they're shopping on your site, so they get to see a virtual sample, what that product is going to look like with their logo on it. And not only do I think this is going to help them make a purchase on your site, but it's going to get them to keep coming back to your website when they know they can literally come back to your website to see what logos are going to look like on all these products. So in this case, we have there we go. We've put the virtual sample capability on more than 100,000 products that are in the database. Eventually, it's going to be 100%. I've just selected the ones here that will have that capability on it. And so I'm going to grab a mug here. But we open up one of these mugs right here. I'm going to drop a logo on, and just to show you exactly how your customers can do this. Now, in this case, it looks like we've already got a logo on here, but you can see any item that has this virtual sample capability is going to have this link here to create virtual samples. And just to give you an idea of this, I'm going to open this up. So it's very simple. Your customers can click the upload a new logo. They can grab their logo right off their computer like this. In fact, I'll drop in a new logo here to show you how quick it happens. And once, after a few seconds, once it drops on the item here, they can then manipulate it. They can increase the size, decrease it a little bit, but again, they get to see pretty quickly what their logo is going to look like. And if they save it here on the website, in this case, I'm just going to cancel it, but if they save it, then every product that's virtual sample ready will now have their logo on it. So again, I think a really, really strong feature of the new ESP websites. The other thing you'll notice, again, the links off to the social networks, that's here as well. But let's kind of go through the purchase process here to give an example of that. So in this case, I'm going to, oh, that's right. Okay, so I think what we're going to do, we're going to pause here for just a second, and we're going to show a brief poll. And the poll is just going to be to get a sense of the features that everybody's interested in, because we'd love to get as much feedback as possible. Obviously, it's a brand new product, so any feedback that you have about this, we'd love to get from you. So we're going to leave this open here for about 30 seconds. And I'll kind of keep talking a little bit as we go through the poll. So, but just to finish the thought about the product pages here, again, we've tried to keep these nice and clean and simple. You're going to see a lot of places you'll see places where there's going to be showing options to show up cross-sell and upsell opportunities, and we're going to see some of that in the shopping cart as well. But please do ask any questions along the way as we're going, because not only are we have some support people here answering some questions, but we're going to do a little Q&A at the end of the session, as I mentioned earlier. All right, so let's say we're going to go down the path of buying this beautiful travel mug here. So I'm going to add this into my shopping cart. And then the product option assistant opens up. And this is really helping your customer create a correct purchase order. So let's take a quick look at this. You'll notice here the quantity, first of all. Since this is actually price sensitive, if there's any kind of a quantity discount with this item, and we're going to find out pretty quickly, I'm going to put in a higher quantity and tab over. And in fact, I guess in this case, let's try a bigger one. But it is price sensitive, so if there was a quantity discount, it actually would show up right here. I'm going to choose my imprint method. Let's call this pad print. We'll do a single color. Maybe I want about a blue imprint, and additional locations will say no. So once your customers actually completed this little screen here, then they can add it into their cart. So just like that, I've added this item into my shopping cart. And now you'll see on any page in your store, you've got access to see what items you have in the cart. So I'm going to go up here to my cart. I'm going to start the checkout process. And what you'll see here in a second is an even cleaner and simpler interface, because once your customer gets into the portion of the site where they're making the purchase, we don't want to give them a whole lot of options to get out of this, so we've really tried to keep them locked in on making this purchase. But you'll notice a couple things here. One of them, some of those charges, like the setup charge, are going to automatically appear, or a run charge, if that was applicable, would also appear on this screen. If your customer wants to upload some artwork, they'd select this. This would give them instructions, so they can actually do that right here. But let's go ahead, and we're going to start this purchase. So now I happen to have an account in here, but it's another thing you might want to do if you're talking to customers who you think might make a purchase on your site. Encourage them to create an account. It just makes it easier for them, and you can certainly build your customer base through your website. So since I already have an account, I'm going to sign in right here. And so it's taking me down the purchase process. There's all my information I've already put in. Now it'll take me all the way to the actual purchase portion of the site. One of the great things about this, and one of the many new features we've added, and I'm only going to touch on a few of them in the allotted time we have here today, but with the shopping cart, you have some nice options as well. You can elect to take a portion of the overall payment, so basically a down payment, and you can select that by a dollar amount or even a percentage of the order. In this case, it looks like on Blue Bolt, they're asking for a $200 down payment, and here are my payment options right here. I can take a credit card payment, or I can take the electronic payment where you can use an electronic payment via a check, and actually our affiliate promo payment can help you with that as well. In this case, I'm going to make a credit card purchase, and so I'm going to select credit card, submit my order. Now I get to put my number in right here. And my expiration. Got some dummy numbers in here. Don't anyone try to use this credit card info. It's not going to work. All right, so now I've submitted my order. So now I've submitted my order. I've gone all the way through, made the purchase. Pretty simple, pretty standard purchase process. But what I'm going to show you right now is what you'd see on your end as the distributor. But before we do that, we're actually going to, I'm going to let Doug from Promo Payment jump in here, and he's really going to talk about all of your options with Promo Payment, and I'm going to hand it over to him actually right now. And Doug, I think you should have control of the screen right now.
Yes, I think I do. Thank you, Jamie.
You're welcome.
I'm Doug Schoenberg. I'm delighted to be here. We are very excited about Promo Payment. We're very excited about ESP website and the ability to assist ASI members with facilitating e-commerce within ESP website. I was asked to first talk a little bit about why perhaps you should consider taking credit cards, because obviously that's not something that all advertising specialty distributors do. And there are really a number of reasons. Fundamentally, there's a lot of research and studies that have been done that have demonstrated that facilitating credit card payments really speed and facilitate commerce generally and e-commerce specifically. It's really all about the ability to get paid faster, eliminate or reduce bad debt. And one of the things that we're very excited is in ESP website is this concept of being able to take a deposit with an order and then be able to collect the balance via electronic invoicing when the order is complete. Because we do really understand that the promotional product business is one that involves a very consultative sale, some uncertainty as to the final cost, and this really fits that model beautifully, while still preserving the benefits of electronic payments. I think this issue is particularly valuable when you're talking about dealing with new accounts where perhaps you don't have the same level of established relationship, and you want to make it quick and easy to take an order and do business with someone. And of course, that's in a sense the very nature of e-commerce, is the ability for someone to visit your website, discover a product that they're interested in, and pursue it. It's also a great solution when you're looking at smaller orders where the administrative work associated with handling payments the traditional way becomes that much more burdensome, because it is very much a function of electronic payments really being able to reduce the administrative work. There's a lot of time and effort associated with handling checks, making bank deposits, sending invoices, calling people to collect balances, and really this process eliminates the vast majority of that. Another important factor that we see more and more is customer preference. People really like the convenience of being able to pay with a credit card. Sometimes it's a function of that they're motivated by the rewards that they get and incentives and things along those lines. But even within the corporate world, we see a very strong shift towards the use of corporate and purchase cards, because they save companies money in terms of their administration of paying invoices, tracking expenses, and things along those lines. And really the bottom line as it relates to all of this is to get you more sales. And I think ESP websites in combination with our e-commerce functionality really provides that. Sorry, I'm trying to advance the slide. I'm having an issue there. Okay. So next, of course, is, well, why promo payment? What are we really providing that that's different and valuable? So I think the first thing to understand is that what we're really providing is a complete solution. We are providing the necessary e-commerce merchant account, because the way the credit card industry is divided, e-commerce functionality is different in a variety of ways from what they call retail or swipe-based transactions. Part of it is that you need a gateway to facilitate that connection, that secure connection between the customer's computer and or your computer and the various card processing networks. And because we realize that ASI members, even who are doing e-commerce, will have the need to process transactions in a non-e-commerce way, we also provide a virtual terminal functionality that allows you to handle phone orders and other kinds of payment transactions. We've worked extensively with ASI to develop the promo payment offering to really fit the specific and specialized needs of advertising specialty, and those are substantial.
Hey, Doug, I'm sorry. This is Jamie, just interrupting for 1 second. We're getting a little bit of feedback that you might not be loud enough, so I don't know if you can maybe move the mic a little bit closer to your mouth.
Is this better?
I think so. I mean, it's okay. Yeah. That seems a little better. All right, thank you. Sorry about that.
Thank you for letting me know. So, so we've designed this for the advertising specialty industry, and that means a number of things. One thing that is very significant is that we've seen a high percentage of the transactions done in advertising specialty being done with corporate and purchase cards. There's a lot of B2B activity, obviously. And those of you who do have a credit card merchant account are probably very familiar with the fact that that's what can get really expensive, because corporate and purchase cards tend to have what's called a higher interchange rate associated with it, and in many cases that's kind of a mechanism by which many processors generate a lot of additional income. We've designed our account so that corporate and purchase cards, there's no additional markup. The only surcharge or differential would be the actual interchange cost differential, and that can really save you a lot of money. And we've also designed the functionality, as I've alluded to really support that idea of deposits up front, collection, working with the same customers on a recurring basis, and a variety of things along those lines. And the whole objective of ASI and ours is really to save you guys money. So we've created a special rate program, which I'll talk about in a little bit. And as Jamie alluded to, for those of you who are interested, we can facilitate not only credit card transactions, but also e-check transactions. An e-check transaction is really the equivalent of direct deposit, but in reverse, where using just a bank account number and bank routing information, someone can pay you electronically. That goes through the Federal Reserve ACH system rather than the credit card network, and candidly can reduce the fees by over 70% versus payments by credit card. And we can explain and show you how that works and get you set up with that as well. Also, our solution really, for the most part, eliminates the need for a credit card terminal and separate merchant accounts, because we can facilitate swipe-based transactions via the virtual terminal, and we have a whole assortment of solutions in addition to our ESP website integration. So I wanted to just give you a sense for what promo payment might look like. Obviously, Jamie's already showing you the e-commerce functionality, but this is a screen that shows you what the virtual terminal looks like. Because when I mentioned that, we recognize the special needs of advertising specialty, unfortunately, a lot of people in the credit card processing industry don't. And so we're always surprised how often we'll talk to an ASI member who has a credit card terminal, but they never are swiping a credit card. They're keying information in. Well, a credit card terminal, a physical terminal, is a terrible solution for processing card not present transactions. Not only is it slow and inefficient, but oftentimes it's costing you more money than it should. Our solution, Virtual Terminal, allows you to log in from anywhere. So it also means that if you're on the road and you have a laptop or you have a mobile device with web access, you can process a credit card transaction as simply as that. There's no hardware to buy or rent, and there's no need for special phone lines. Just log in, process the transaction. You can also issue a refund, generate reports, do a variety of things as well. So, of course, the question that everyone wants to know is, what does promo payment cost? The simple answer is that we have a special offer in conjunction with the launch of ESP website, where the basic cost of promo payment is $10 a month. That $10 a month includes both the cost of your merchant account and your gateway account. Typically, you would be spending $20, $30 or more a month in fees for the combination of those services. We bundled it together for just $10 a month, and 2.29% discount rate plus 30 cents a transaction for Discover, MasterCard, Visa qualified transactions. There are no setup fees, there are no monthly minimums, and we have an easy online application process. Even better, we have a special introductory offer through June 15th, where anyone who signs up between now and June 15th will get the service absolutely free of no monthly fees, I should say, for the first 3 months. So a strong incentive, hopefully, for all of you to take advantage of that. So how do you go about signing up for promo payment? Actually, very simple. ASI has set up a special URL at asicentral.com/getpaidfaster. There you'll see a site that provides some more detail, but you'll notice here the Enroll Now button. When you click on that, you'll go through a simple online application process. It takes no more than 5 minutes to provide all the information that we need. That will then generate a notification to the promo payment team, who can then build your completed application form. You will get a call from someone from the promo payment team just to review the information and explain how the process works, answer questions that you have. But you'll then be sent an email link where you can review your application online, accept it, and you can be approved and activated within 24 to 48 hours. When that happens, you'll get a welcome email with instructions on how to both use the promo payment service and also how to link and integrate it into your ESP website. So thank you all, and we'd be delighted to speak to you. In addition, and it is on the website, you're welcome to call us at our 800 number, 800-220-8611, and speak to one of our promo payment specialists. Thank you, Jamie. I'll turn it back to you.
Thanks, Doug. Thanks a lot for that info. And yeah, keep in mind if anyone's not in a position to jot any of the info down, so we can also get that out to you quickly. The website info, the phone number, email, etc., all very quickly. So I'm going to move back and show my screen again, and hopefully everyone is seeing that right now. So this, to sort of finish the idea and the thought about the purchase process. After, as everyone saw, I went through, I made that purchase. Doug covered the promo payment aspect of it, and And so I wanted to show you what would happen on your side as the distributor in the back end of your store, and that's what we're looking at right now. I'm not going to go deeply into this, but this is really the admin portion of the site itself, and you can see hopefully that it's pretty simple. And I think actually, you know what we're going to do? I think we're going to pause for another minute here, and we're going to take a quick poll. So we're going to show one more poll about getting another sense about your preferences for e-commerce. So if you don't mind, give us a little feedback quickly, and you should be seeing that now. And I'll give everyone. We should have some time-clicking music going, and looks like we're getting some pretty good. And so what is it? The Jeopardy theme song? I think they use at local baseball games here in Philadelphia. All right. So I think we've got a lot of feedback. So thank you for that. But let's. So we'll take another look at this. So this is the admin section of the site here, and so this is really where you not only build your site hopefully very, very quickly and easily, but then make updates and really get a good sense of all the different things in here that you can do. And keep in mind too, I'll plug our support team and also what they've done here. They have created lots and lots of great videos to really show you how to do all of the functions in here. They're pretty brief and to the point, 2 or 3 or 4 minutes, but they really show you how to do all the major functions, how to come in here, even just kind of where to start, and so really a lot of great stuff. So lean on those. In fact, you can see some of them if I scroll down. Some of the tutorials are right here at the admin homepage. But getting back to the purchase, let's take a quick look, because what you can do is from your dashboard in here, I'm going to click on this orders drop down. And so what you're going to see all of your orders in here. In fact, the interface actually looks a lot like ESP orders, and almost identical if anyone's been using ESP orders. So I'm going to open up that last order. You can see it shows up here at the top of my screen. This is what you'd see, of course, hopefully after you start generating some new orders with your new ESP website. But here's the latest order that I got. I'm going to open this up just so you can kind of see what it looks like. So what happens is it really starts to create this sales order. And so here's all the pertinent information about that order that I just created. And you can take a quick look at it. And keep in mind, too, a quick note. I mean, when you get an order, we're going to send you an email. You're going to get that, and your customer will get an email as well, and you can even control the content on that email. But after that, that's where you're going to come in here, and it'll have a link on that email to come into this order section of the admin site. But what I'm going to do in this case, I'm going to save this order. I took a quick look at it. Looks good to me. I'm going to save it, and now what I can do is, if I want to really basically send an invoice to my customer, I'm going to do that right now. Come over here, and this is where I can request payment. Over here on the far right of my line item here, I click Request Payment, and this is actually synced in with my Outlook, so it automatically opens up my email, and I can, of course, put my customer's email address in right there, and they can actually click this link and go in and then make the next payment if I've already, pinged them, as I have in this case, for that first $200 of the order total. Now this is when I can send an invoice for the rest of that order total. And of course, you can do this whenever you want to. But that's a real quick look at the functionality. And I think hopefully you can see that I think that the team here has really done a nice job of not only keeping the site as simple and functional for your customers as possible, but even this admin section, when the first time you come in here to look at the site, you can really see that there's a lot you can do, and it's pretty darn easy to do it. Everybody here on our account management team has created at least 2 or 3 sites by now because it's so fast and easy. We've had a lot of fun really playing with some of the features here in the new ESP websites. So I'm going to drop back to back to my home page of my Blue Bolt site for just a couple of last points about the presentation. Then we're going to answer some questions here. But just a few other features I think really worth mentioning are, again, I talked earlier about motivating your customers to make a purchase. And so, we talked about the ad banners, but keep in mind, you can post coupons here on your homepage. I think this is a great idea. You can literally post a coupon, maybe give it an end date, again, motivating your customers to make a purchase. Maybe you say, by June 15th, make a purchase and you get 10% off. You can use discount codes as well, which is certainly a great thing that you can put into an email. And hopefully a lot of you are doing some email marketing. But if you are, certainly hopefully the first message that you send out, loud and clear, hey, we just launched our brand new website. Come take a look at our huge catalog of product. maybe the second one, you post a nice discount code that your customers can use to get a discount on any purchase they make. A lot of other little features, but I think one other thing worth mentioning, it's more SEO friendly. Search engine optimized is really the term of the acronym that probably most of you have heard out there. But there's two reasons that make this site a lot more SEO friendly. One is that refreshed content. I talked earlier about the product of the day or the featured product sets that automatically refresh every time your customer comes in. That actually helps with search engines to get your website placed up higher in results over static websites that don't have any change or any refresh going on. The other thing is you can add meta tags as well. For those of you not familiar with meta tags, it's basically a little piece of code that you can add onto websites. It's very easy to do. We can help you with that, but it's another way to get more visibility on search engines out there. So, so what I'm going to do is, and keep the questions coming, even if I don't answer what you have out there. Again, we're going to get in touch with you. Your account manager will be calling soon to talk to you more about these things. But I'll touch on a few of the questions that I've gotten here. So a big one, I guess a pretty obvious one. What the heck does this thing cost? So for any of you who have a Logo Mall website right now, this is a free upgrade. So that's the good news. You can get this. So basically, contact us. We're going to be rolling this out to you and sending out an activation of your website. But you can contact us if you're really anxious to get going. So if you have a Logo Mall site, it's a free upgrade. If you don't have a Logo Mall site, the most this is going to cost you is going to be about $80 a month, and that includes hosting the site as well. There's no extra hosting cost. On average, it's going to be about $60 a month, and it really depends on the package that you have with us. We can certainly answer that question quickly when you come in. And I really think Logo Mall itself was certainly worth $80 a month. And this site just just so much better and more advanced in pretty much every aspect. Certainly a great deal at that cost. Another question: can I control the payment options on my website? The answer is yes. So in the admin site, you can configure what, if any, payment is required with an order and what type of payment methods you've been set up to accept. Another question: so what if I already have a credit card processing account? The integrated e-commerce functions here in ESP websites requires everything to be set up for secure online processing, and ASI has selected promo payment for our outstanding technology and service. We've negotiated exclusive pricing and rates for ASI members, and promo payment can provide you with a no-obligation analysis of your current processing account to ensure that they're saving you money. So when can I get my ESP website? So they are available now, as I mentioned earlier. This did go live just at the end of May, and so they are live, and we're sending them out now. So if you want to get going with us, let us know. In fact, I'm going to switch over and give you some contact info. We're going to go back to the PowerPoint just for one last second here, and I'm going to scroll all the way down to, okay, so this is just some helpful information. There's more information about ESP websites. In fact, at this first link here, asicentral.com/ESP websites, there's actually a sleek video. It's almost 4 minutes long. It might be worth taking a look at, but it's a reminder of all the nice features and options you can do with your website. But definitely let us know if you want to get going with the site. Whether you have Logo Mall or not, we can basically set up your website and then send you the instructions to go out and create it yourself, and again, help you with a lot of support along the way. So that's everything I was going to cover here today. But again, I greatly appreciate everybody's time and joining us for this. Again, we're very excited. It's so brand new for us. I'm really confident that it's going to, as I said earlier, really help people do a lot of new things on the web. Market yourself better, generate new customers, really generate a lot of new revenue, and of course, really be able to do e-commerce for the first time. Most distributors I talk to don't really do this. Even if they had a Logo Mall site, they never were doing any kind of real e-commerce. And I think it does a lot for you when you have this option on your website. Not only is it certainly a very impressive website, but when your customers can see that they have multiple payment options to make a purchase and can do that pretty quickly and easily, hopefully it's going to generate a lot of business for everybody out there. So once again, thanks for everyone participating. Let us know what you think. Give us some feedback. Go to the websites for more information. And again, your account managers will be contacting you soon. But otherwise, I'll bid everyone to have a great rest of your day. And thanks again for joining us.